Episode 3. Hi, Marissa. How are you doing? Doing a lot better if I could just take a few minutes out of your night. I'm sorry to call you. I know you're on call, said Marissa to Grace. Yeah, what's the problem? Said Grace. Well, we got a phone call tonight. It's a little awkward, but I got a person here who needs to stay at the cottage. If you would be so kind to open up the cottage to her tonight, just for the morning. Her name is Vicky. Full name is Victoria. Okay, let me check with Michael and give you just stay right there and you'll tell me the details of the situation. Well, she's been battered. I I guess I should just tell you the whole situation. She was a former stripper in Springfield, and long story short, her boyfriend beat her up pretty bad, and she's in pretty poor condition. And she relocated to the area under judge's orders. Same situation, but that's all I can tell you right now. Okay, let me go and talk to Michael real quick. Michael? Yes, Grace. Um, Marissa's on the phone and she wants to know if it's okay if we open up the cottage to a woman in need right now for the overnight. Well, how bad is the situation? It's urgent. Well, we can unlock it. We can meet them over at the cottage. Is who's going to watch the kids? Well, we got Rachel and we also got Jessica here tonight and mom and dad are here, so the kids will be safe. Okay, what about tomorrow's report? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll go over together, said Michael. Okay, said Grace. Okay, Marissa, we'll meet you over there. Michael and I will open up the cottage. I really appreciate this. It will take us about 10 minutes to get over there. So we'll have whatever she needs overnight and then we'll relocate her tomorrow, sometime in the morning. Marissa, can you just give us a little more information? Yes, once I get to the house and get her there safely, we'll talk more. Okay, Marissa, said Grace. Oh, thank you so much, said Marissa. She'll really appreciate your cottage too. She's not going to do any damage or anything. We'll be completely 100% responsible for anything that goes on from this point on. Okay, thank you. So, Marissa says to Grace that she's going to handle everything and be there in 10 minutes as Michael goes into his walk-in closet and puts on his regular clothes. Grace goes into the walk-in closet. Thank you, Michael. I didn't realize that it was 9 o'clock already. Well, they're already in bed, so they're safe. I mean, we'll just go over there and unlock the cabin. Okay, I'll be in the green room, said Grace. This is a side of town that a lot of people don't like to go on. You know what I mean? But it's raining out and we have to be careful because the weather is pretty damp and it's chilly out. Yeah, I know, said Michael. Okay, well, there's something you need to know about the situation. She was beat up pretty badly, so she's not going to be in good condition. I've heard this story before, said Michael. I understand. Okay. As they got to the cottage to wait for Marissa in the parking lot, they get there and they see Marissa pull in. And they also meet Vicky for the first time. And they get out of the car and hurry to the porch as it's drizzling out. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Grace. Hi, Michael, said Marissa. Hi, Marissa, said Michael. Hi, my name is Vicky. I'm sorry under the circumstances to intrude. You're not intruding, said Grace. I've been in this situation before. In fact, this is the cottage I stayed in. I was in your situation about 10 years ago. I understand. You do? Said Vicky. Yes, I understand. Let me unlock the door, said Michael. Thank you so much, said Vicky, as she's freezing with very little clothes on. Looks like you just got out of a job or something. What's going on? Well, let's get in. We're going to get you some clothes, said Marissa. Okay, Michael's going to sit in the car, wait for a second, said Grace. Grace, is that okay if I sit in the car? Yeah, that's fine, said Grace. Okay, while Michael's in the car, Grace goes into the cottage with Marissa and Vicky. Okay, let's talk, said Marissa. She has very little clothes because she worked at the strip club up in Springfield near James River. You familiar with the strip club industry around there? No, I'm not, to be honest with you. I very rarely go up to Springfield. I just hope she doesn't go back up there for any reason or another, or I can't open up the cottage door after this. Um, this is a one time deal for me and Michael. We left that old life behind us. There's nothing there for us as far as that goes. Well, my name is Victoria. I've been a stripper for a long time, and there's a lot of drugs, and my boyfriend is a drug dealer, and he beat me up pretty bad this time that I had to reach out for help and get escape this time. So there is no going back. I am in need of long-term help, and thankfully there's people willing to help me. I'm willing to help you as long as you're willing to stay out of that area and stay out of the strip club. Yeah, I am willing. I am willing to get help. If you just help me. Well, I have some stuff for you, said Marissa, some workbooks and some information that you can read over. And we'll have a place for you to live temporarily until we get you something permanent. Yeah, let's talk about what permanent location you would live in tomorrow. You need to get some clothes on. So I brought you some donations and some things that you need. And we got some food in this box here that I had brought, some donations, some donated food. And you should be fine for the night. I'll be here tomorrow morning at 9. And so will Grace. Michael's outside waiting, so I have to get back outside. Marissa, you know how to find yourself out. So I'm just gonna let you and Victoria take it from here. Just make sure you lock the doors, just for safety reasons. You know the safety precautions you need to take. I do, said Marissa. Thank you so much, Grace, and thank Michael for being so kind and generous with his time. All right, I'm going to see my way out, said Grace. As Grace enters the car door, she realizes how contentious the situation is. She gets in the car and says, Michael, this is much worse than you can ever imagine. I imagine. I don't know if I want to know. Maybe later on. I got to get ready for Thursday's report. So let's get home. It's already almost 10 o'clock in the evening. So, okay, Michael, let's just go straight home and go to bed. So as they arrive home, Michael and Grace go straight to bed. It's early in the morning, and Michael has to be at the report by 1 o'clock, and he's prepared. He sees everybody at the office, and he sees that Vanessa and everybody is all in the office, including Julie, Harrison, Cindy, and his office assistant. It's good to see all of you. I appreciate all of you being here for the early report. I had a little bit of a hectic night, so I'll be calling my wife here shortly, but we're not going to do anything as far as reports until the report is completed. But if you have any additional things that you need to offer me before we compile the report for today, go ahead and do so. I have to call my wife. I have an important follow up appointment with her. But as far as that goes, Vanessa, do you have anything you want to offer before the report for today at 1 o'clock? Not anything here, said Vanessa. Harrison, do you have anything you want to add to the report? Nope, nothing here, said Harrison. And Cindy, do you have anything you want to offer to the report? Nope, nothing here. Julie? Nope, nothing that I can think of any at this moment. Okay. And of course, anybody has anything to offer, just leave it on my table. I'm going to go and do a follow up appointment with my wife. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. So Michael calls Grace. Grace is on her way over to talk to Marissa over at the cottage. So how's things going, Grace? Well, I just got to the cottage and I'm talking to Marissa here in a moment. I just got onto the porch. Oh, okay. So you haven't even talked to Marissa yet? No, I just got here. It's just 9 o'clock now. She just got here and she just pulled in. So do you want me to call you back? No, just I'll listen in and I'll just stay silent on the other side of the phone. Just keep it on speaker so I can hear. Hey, Marissa, it's Grace. Oh, good. I'm glad to see you, Grace. So, what's the plan for today? Well, we found a permanent apartment for her. She's got furniture coming and some supplies and necessities. And we are going to relocate her as we speak. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so reassuring. I just got to go in and tell Victoria the good news. So they go up to the cottage, and they check out how Victoria's doing. Victoria's doing not so good after all. What they found is when they opened up the door that she shot up heroin and overdosed. And they come into the house and they realized that she had overdosed on heroin and they called 911. Oh my God, Michael, I'm so sorry. I have to get off the phone and call. The paramedics are on their way. She overdosed on heroin. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Grace. I'll call you back here shortly and you can tell me the full report. I'll be back. I have to do the report at work here. Okay, so as 911 was called, Grace was in a panic as she had overdosed on heroin. They didn't know if she was dead or alive. So Marissa hurried as the paramedics were treating her on the scene and got her to the hospital. They still didn't know what her condition was. As the approaching meeting was now in full session, Michael was nervous because he didn't know what the situation was at home. So he wanted to make it quick. I just want to tell you that because of an emergency, I'm going to have to cut this meeting short. I don't mean to have any delays or interruptions, but I'm going to have to put this meeting on hold for the time being. I will do the Thursday quarterly report next Thursday. And for those of you, nothing is going on as far as here at the office. I just had a family emergency, and I will follow up with you next Thursday. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about that for any inconveniences.